It's been 13 years since Toy Story was released in November 1995, and it was the very first feature film by Pixar. So, so the reason why Toy Story is celebrating 13 years is because it was the first installment of the Toy Story trilogy, and it was the very first CGI they never made in the 90s. And this was the first feature film that Pixar had decided to brought the debut film they made. Directed by John Lasseter, who directed Toy Story before directing Bugs Life and Toy Story 2, Cars 2. This has lots of cast in it. Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, who the voices of Woody and Buzz. And also it features composers and songs by Randy Newman, including the song You've Got a Friend in Me. This film was one of the most best films of all time, and Toy Story became the most great film of the 90s. And people went to see Toy Story in the theaters in November 1995. If you seen Toy Story, you want to know why. Also, speaking of Toy Story, there's going to be a new Toy Story, and yes, it's going to come out next year, and that's going to be Toy Story 5, and it will be directed by Andrew Stanton, the same guy who directed Finding Nemo, Finding Dory, and Bugs Life and WALL-E. It's got all the cast in it, like Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, Wallace Shawn, Don Rickles, Jim Varney, Annie Potts, and the other cast voices in the first Toy Story. And especially all the cast and the filmmakers at Pixar brought this film to life. Toy Story development began in 1990. I don't know when it was development. I know people said I've seen the early test they've made in 1992, which was seen on the Pixar Story. And later that, Pixar discovered they want to make feature films, so they want to do it, and then they signed contract with Walt Disney Pictures. So that's how it all began. Toy Story became the most global franchise, like spin-offs like Buzz Lightyear, Star Command, The Adventure Begins, and Lightyear. They also made a series called Toy Story Toons, and they also made a lot of advertisements for Toy Story, like they made for like McDonald's, Burger King, and what's the other one? Sky as well. So they made a lot of it. Now, because Toy Story is now celebrating 30 years, people at Pixar who made this film, and it's been in this for a very long time since Toy Story was first released in November 1995. So this is what I brought this DVD. So this DVD I had it for a very long time. I had this since I was little. Me and my brother used to watch this a long time ago. And that's how my memories was since Toy Story, I remembered. Especially I've got over here THX certified feature, and it has text in it, which is just the first text in it. So yeah. Now Toy Story began to make a lot of feature films like Pixar made before they started working, like Bugs Life, Turning Red, Finding Nemo, The Incredibles, Monsters Inc., Brave, Inside Out, Elemental. So that was all before this. But this is way before it. But this one we're talking about Toy Story wasn't, that. The songs, Randy Newman, who also composed Meet the Parents, and all the others he did. Randy Newman did an amazing job for scoring and songs, especially that he did a song for "You've Got a Friend in Me," "Strange Things," "I Won't Go Sailing No More." Those only three songs on the soundtrack Toy Story they've released on Walt Disney Records. Now it is 13 years, and I can say that happy 30th anniversary Toy Story, and thank you to all Pixar who made this, and it was their first feature film they've made since 1995. For the honor of Toy Story 5, Toy Story 5 will be released in June 2026. Speaking of Pixar are making a new film called Hoppers, and that is the next film right before Toy Story 5, and Toy Story 5 will be released in June after Hoppers. So, thank you, Pixar, and thank you to all the filmmakers who made this film. And John Lasseter, you're an amazing director, and you did the amazing job for Toy Story, the first feature film. You've been in Pixar about a very long time, since you left in 2018. And everyone at Pixar are very proud that you made this. Happy 30th anniversary, Toy Story, to infinity and beyond.